That handsome fellow in white and red is our cargo. Uh, our fellow truckers parked like Cave.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, now. Let's see how you handle this situation. And be honest if you're feeling insecure about parking here.
No problem. I got this.
I know I've said it already, but one thing's for sure. You are Charles' son. I can tell that you're gonna make one hell of a driver.
Thanks, Clint.
Tonight, it's my treat again. Do you like jokes?
I like hearing them.
Yeah, your dad sucked at telling jokes too.
That's not what my mom says.
That's why they fell for each other back in the day. I'm just joking.
All right. Let's hear that joke you wanted to tell me.
Okay. A trucker is hauling penguins when a police officer pulls him over and says, "What are you doing? You need to take those penguins to the zoo. Here's some directions." The next day, the officer sees the same trucker in the same truck hauling more penguins. The officer pulls him over and says, "Didn't I tell you to take those penguins to the zoo?" The trucker replies, "I did. And it was a lot of fun. Today I'm taking them to the movies."
You should teach me how to tell a joke.
It's not something you can teach, my boy. You either have it, or you don't.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Are you hungry? Thirsty? If you need anything, just let me know.
Will do.
I was driving with this girl once. Poor thing. She was too shy to even tell me when she had to pee.
Did she toughen up over time?
Oh yeah. And she ended up making a pretty damn good career as a trucker. I might not be much of a reader, but after all those years on the road, being around all sorts of characters, I know how to read people well. Most young rookie truckers get a case of beginner's jitters. They don't know how to act around me, the big scary old man. I found it's most important to just be there for them during these times. Make them comfortable. Help set their mind at ease.
Uh-huh.
Of course, there needs to be a balance between getting them to warm up to you and still understand who's the boss. You shouldn't forget that I'm the trainer, and they're the trainee.
I imagine that you learned that from experience.
That's us. Let's drop off the fruit.
Okay.
a girl from this area years ago. Dropped dead gorgeous.
So, what happened?
A man who isn't gone weeks at a time and who comes home every night happened. I told you, it's hard building and keeping a relationship when you spent decades on the road.
Isn't there a recipe or something? Don't you truckers talk to each other?
We do.
And?
People are different, my boy. We all have different values, mindsets, and needs. Just because it worked out between Bruce from Jamie-Town and his lady doesn't mean his advice will help John from Oregon keep his relationship together.
Yeah, I see.
I got a bit worked up, I'm sorry. We'll talk again.
No problem.
Damn, I'm spent.
Lie down. You've got time for a quick nap.
That's not how things work out here. There's no way I'll just hop in the back and snooze while you're behind the wheel.
I get it. I'm still learning.
You are. Look, if I happen to doze off, wake me up straight away, okay?
Will do.
Once we take the delivery to Jamie-Town, I'll get a coffee, and then I'll take you to a new place.
Awesome.
Perfect. As soon as you park, I'll run out to get a coffee. Do you want anything?
If they have any of that cricket candy.
Okay.
We'll leave the trailer, and then what?
I'm wide awake now, so we could grab a beer in town. But the spot I want to take you is pretty far away. So let's just head there.
Where is this place exactly? You've been keeping me on my toes all day.
Does the name Rosalia mean anything to you?
It reminds me of Sabrina. My mother used to listen to her a lot when I was little.
Oh, your father loved her too. Rosalia is a wonderful motel I've been going to for years. It's pretty far away, but the nature around it is remarkable. The address is already in the GPS.
Okay, that sounds good.
Do you watch sports?
Sure. I watch the other football. You know, the European one. Soccer.
It seems to be getting more and more popular here, too. We should watch a game together sometime.
What's your favorite sport?
I mainly watch basketball and baseball. Back in school, I was a forward on the local basketball team. Your father and I used to love watching basketball. The Tigers were our favorite team. I still remember the final game against the Magpies in 1985. Mitchell Jordine had a serious injury, and they were trailing by 1 point. Then a split second before the end, he nailed a spectacular game-winning jumper. I'm sure the fans of both teams were on the edge of their seats, bowing to Jordine's talent. It was poetry in motion.
Well, it seems like you're still very much into it.
Sometimes I get emotional during a game. I turn into a different person.
Have you traveled outside of the U.S.?
No, I haven't had the privilege.
Yeah, me neither. But I would love to go to Europe, especially Greece and the Scandinavian countries.
Are you trying to combine the hot summer sun in Greece with the frosty winters in Finland?
No. When I was a boy, my mother introduced me to Scandinavian and Greek mythology. They both made a huge impression on me. Besides, the Finnish have their own system of beliefs, although they do share some similarities with Scandinavian mythology.
Oh, so you're an expert.
No, not at all. But when I was a kid, the stories from the two mythologies helped me to escape in my own little world. When times were tough, they would take my mind to a more interesting and positive place. Since then, I've read bits and pieces on the topic. I'm no expert, but I'm a big fan. Although, the difference in climate you mentioned sounds like a nice bonus. But I have no idea how I could ever afford such a trip.
One step at a time, my boy. If you embrace this job, over time, money will start flowing in. Everything. Actually, tomorrow we have an order for the farm. But I'll give you more details at dinner or tomorrow morning. We need to kick back a bit now. We began our journey at full throttle, but we should slow down every now and then.
Yeah, it's been good so far. I feel accomplished. Frankly, I wasn't expecting much, but I think your attitude and fast-paced work have made for a good start.
Good, my boy. I'm glad to hear that.